Welcome. Are you the sheep or the wolf? Because they don't care about you. If you're ready to see through the illusions of prosperity, hit the like button if you enjoy this video and subscribe for more dark truths, sharp insights, and predictions Wall Street doesn't want you to hear. Let's get started. The illusion of prosperity, markets manipulation, and power plays. The market is a stage, and every act begins with a lie. January 2025. Watch how the fools dance to the tune of a confident king. Mr. Nobody's latest manifesto burned its way through the underbelly of the internet. It was a cryptic message, riddled with equal parts prophecy and mockery, delivered with his trademark cynicism. The Dow will ascend to heights never seen. 46,000, they'll cheer. But when the fool sits upon his gilded throne on January 20th, know this. Gold, the true measure of fear, will pierce through $2,800 like a dagger in the heart of confidence. The month would begin with a rally unlike any other. Markets melted up, buoyed by promises of prosperity and a renewed sense of national pride. Donald J. Trump, triumphant and emboldened by his return to power, set the stage for his MAGA encore. The headlines screamed optimism. Dow smashes 46,000. Trump's return spurs market euphoria. New gold highs, a signal of strength. But Mr. Nobody's mocking whispers cut through the noise like a blade. Gold whispers the truth. Watch it closely. It doesn't lie like your headlines do. The stage was set for a parade of policies. January 21st marked the start of the 100 days of action. To fulfill the administration's promise to reshape the nation, the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, began their crusade to clear the swamp. The National Guard mobilized, laws and taxes were redrawn, and promises were hastily checked off the list. Yet amidst the euphoria, shadows grew longer. Institutional players, the invisible hands that truly move markets, were already making their quiet exit. They sold off positions, slipping away while the dumb retail investors, as Mr. Nobody called them, piled in with blind optimism. The trap is set, Mr. Nobody jeered. The sheep are fattened for slaughter. On January 28th, the tide shifted. Markets, once soaring, began to lose momentum. The Dow Jones started creeping lower, but the media continued its symphony of positivity. The administration began its 100 days of action on January 21st, laying the groundwork for sweeping changes, while insiders whispered about troubling divergences in the charts. Their celebration would come later alongside the true Trump rally. January was the sugar rush, sweet and fleeting. Sideways we go, retail trapped. The institutional exodus begins. Pay attention to the dates, January 25th and January 28th. Watch the divergence. Meanwhile, the elites use the media to convince the market to stay bullish as never before. Bitcoin to $250,000, S&P 500 to 7,000, proclaim the pundits day in and day out. But this, Mr. Nobody warns, is the sheep being called home, for the slaughter soon. It's March. The market was calm on the surface, but beneath it, the undercurrents of unease grew stronger. Gold continued to rise, quietly screaming a warning. Trump may opt to bomb Iran into oblivion should they enrich uranium way past 60%. The gears of geopolitics were grinding, and Mr. Nobody had one more chilling remark. The slaughtering of the retail market, the 401k, the fat pigs, the patsies, and the roast lamb, shall come in stages. The first stage begins with pockets of resistance from inside the U.S. government. The noise instigated by Obama's gang and the deep state's other factions, yes, even they have their players, will echo loud. Well, are you sure Trump isn't acting for other deep state too? You know, blue versus red. Everyone has their own team of puppeteers. This is not a game of righteousness, it's a game of power. Just a change in players, a shift in teams and strategies, but the objective remains. Maintain U.S. global dominance by all means, and kill off all competitors, yes, the 1,000 years empire. Here comes the first correction, March to April, Dow to 40000, one down, one more to go. Fuel for the real rally is coming. Mr. Nobody's voice took a darker turn as he added, and then there's Scott Bessent, the prodigy of the Sith himself, George Soros. Bessent, no stranger to fiscal slaughter, carries the same legacy, killing off currency competition and plunging entire nations into darkness. Remember the 1992 Pound Crisis, also known as Black Wednesday, where the Sith Lord orchestrated chaos, forcing the United Kingdom out of the European exchange rate mechanism. Speculative attacks led to the pound's collapse, and the Sith Lord himself pocketed $1 billion in a single day. It was a masterstroke of fiscal slaughter, executed with precision. Recall the infamous Asian financial crisis, where the Korean won, Thai baht, Indonesian rupiah, Malaysian ringgit, Philippine peso, and Hong Kong dollar were massacred. Central banks almost collapsed, but they were saved by emergency interventions from the IMF. Riots erupted nonetheless. The Sith wielded their sickle, cutting through the fat of Asia like death itself. Be fearful, China. Sith have grown hungrier. Mr. Nobody's voice sharpened further. Scott Bessent, the Sith of this administration, ensures the rise of the new empire. Do not underestimate him. The BRICS nations, with their ambitions and currencies, will be killed off with ease. The once prodigy, the Darth Vader to Soros's Palpatine, knows the dark art of economic destruction. He's not just a strategist, he's a weapon. His methods are as cold as they are effective. The rise of the empire begins now. Watch and despair. But for now, it's August and September, sheeps of Wall Street to the culling first. Market hit new lows, Dow Jones at 38,000, a cool correction of 20%. At one go, a quick recession fear, wipe out trillions of Bidenomics bullshit numbers. The market need a fall guy. Yes, it's him all right. Trump settled some old scores. People blamed Bidenomics for the recession, for the fake numbers they gave the market. As usual, Fed, Jerome Powell, empowered by Trump to the rescue. Rate cut 25 BPs for the next 10 meetings. October saw markets finally bottom, with despair gripping traders and investors alike. But just 2 weeks after Yom Kippur, the tide turned sharply. The rally began, a relentless ascent that silenced all naysayers. This was no ordinary market recovery. It was a bear killer, the birth of the real Trump bull. The killer of all the naysayers of the Republic, the new empire, Mr. Nobody sneered. The sheep who doubted are now cheering, blind to the slaughter they narrowly escaped. The rally gained steam as the market soared, and the true Trump rally officially took center stage. As November unfolded, the markets erupted in a rally that could only be described as historic. Stocks surged, obliterating prior records. This was the rally everyone had been waiting for, the true Trump rally. Unlike the sugar highs of January, this surge carried weight, pushing indices to new highs and solidifying confidence in the markets. The Federal Reserve seemed to have Trump's back, dialing back fears of further rate hikes while Congress delivered sweeping tax cuts. Across Wall Street, optimism soared. Who doesn't love tax cuts? Mr. Nobody mocked, even as he acknowledged the market's trajectory. The masses cheer while the empire collects, a rally that burns like wildfire, lasting well into 2027, with corrections so brief they'll be forgotten before they're felt. For Mr. Nobody, the rally was just another phase in the empire's plan. Remember this, every rally ends the same way, with a fall, but enjoy the ride for now. The world loves a hero's moment, even if it's built on illusions. 2026 will be remembered as the year Donald Trump achieved legendary status, cementing his legacy with accolades once thought unimaginable. The highlight of the year, a Nobel Peace Prize, awarded for his efforts in reshaping global diplomacy and maintaining a semblance of peace. Is this the glorious sunset or the glorious sunrise? Mr. Nobody mused cynically. Wait until 2027 and you will see. Under Trump's administration, the U.S. reached unprecedented economic heights. Tax cuts, deregulation, advancements in crypto technology, AI, the space race, and quantum computing made America the unrivaled superpower. The Dow continued its ascent, stabilizing well above 50,000, as investors basked in the glow of a seemingly unstoppable market. But Mr. Nobody warned of the shadows lurking behind the brilliance. The Darth Vader of our age is not just an emperor of markets, but a leader poised to lead America into another global conflict. 2027 to 2030 will be remembered not as a time of peace, but as a time of reckoning. Not Taiwan, you fools, it's the Koreans. The Chinese won't fight yet. They're the 5,000 years old chess masters, and war is their last resort. But if America pushes them and their allies to the wall, who knows what might unfold? By the way, can you really trust the Arabs? That too, a potential firecracker. Me wonder what happened to Zelensky then. whispers of BRICS currencies faltering, and rumors of Scott Bessent's strategy to devalue the USD to outcompete Asian economies added fuel to the speculation. Meanwhile, the elites continued to profit in every direction, their wealth and power growing unchecked. Mr. Nobody's laughter echoed in his final message. Too powerful to fail? Only time will tell. We're not just 30 seconds to the next world war, my friends. We're 9 seconds to global annihilation.